At approximately 5:40 a.m. on March 4, 2022, deputies from the Paulding County Sheriff's Office in Georgia received reports of a man attempting to break into vehicles. Deputy Michael McMaster was dispatched to address the incident. Concurrently, Tyler Canaris, a young man on his way to work carrying a backpack, was walking along the roadside. When Deputy McMaster observed Canaris, he swiftly concluded that he was the suspect. Without providing any explanation, Deputy McMaster exited his patrol vehicle and immediately instructed Canaris to remove his backpack and place his hands behind his back. Canaris, bewildered as he had not committed any crime, attempted to assert his innocence verbally. However, Deputy McMaster, agitated by Canaris' verbal defense, quickly became enraged and forcefully slammed the young man to the ground, causing severe injuries.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands. Your hands in pockets. Jimmy, wait a minute. Excuse me. Being detained. I'll take your backpack off. Take your backpack off.
Excuse me. What am I doing?
Take your backpack off.
Can you explain what this is?
Before you go on the ground, take your backpack off.
I'm going to get picked up for work.
Come on. You want to play this game?
Sir,
Put your hands behind your back.
this is my phone.
Put it down.
Can you tell me what's going on?
Just put your hands behind your back before you end up on the ground.
My phone.
You've been detained for a minute. Can you imagine the description of someone trying to break into people's cars?
I'm not breaking anyone's car.
Check on your fucking back.
What did you do?
You dumb bastard.
Oh my God! I'm just going to work! Help me! I'm just going to work!
Get a bit.
I'm just going to work! Ow! Ow!
I don't know.
Ow! Please!
Yeah.
I'm getting picked up from work! Please!
9:20.
Please help me!
Shut the fuck up. Get up.
I'm going to work!
You're talking crazy.
Ow! Ow!
Shut the fuck up, dude. Get up.
Ow!
Within less than a minute of encountering Tyler Canaris, Deputy McMaster committed a series of constitutional violations, illustrating a concerning disregard for Canaris' rights. The first infraction occurred when the deputy failed to immediately state the reason for the stop, violating Canaris' right to know the cause of the encounter. This failure to provide transparency set a troubling tone for the subsequent events. Canaris, exercising his First Amendment right to freedom of speech, sought an explanation for the stop, expressing his innocence against the baseless accusations leveled by the deputy. Rather than respecting this fundamental right, Deputy McMaster resorted to aggressive handling, infringing upon Canaris' right to defend himself verbally. Subsequent investigations revealed that Canaris was not the suspect, highlighting the unjust nature of the deputy's actions. The forceful slam to the ground, an act of excessive force, unfolded as a consequence of Canaris rightfully exercising his constitutional rights. This form of violent behavior not only violated Canaris' rights, but also constituted a breach of the 14th Amendment, which guarantees equal protection under the law. Deputy McMaster's disregard for Canaris' well-being extended to inappropriate conduct and a lack of empathy. Following the unwarranted slam, the deputy proceeded to search Canaris' bag without consent. This invasive act further encroached on Canaris' Fourth Amendment rights, which safeguard against unreasonable searches and seizures. The inappropriate joking and laughter engaged in by Deputy McMaster and Deputy Odkin at Canaris' distress raised serious questions about their professionalism and empathy. The callous response to the young man's severe pain demonstrated a lack of regard for the human aspect of law enforcement and further eroded the public's trust in their ability to carry out their duties with integrity. When the fire department arrived to administer medical care, they made a shocking discovery: blood on the ground where Canaris had been forcefully slammed.
I don't know what this is wrong. Please, no.
Male backpack, right? Yep.
Please, I'm going to work.
Where are you?
I'm going to work.
Are you on camera breaking in the car?
No, I just get right out now.
I bet you are.
He lives right up there. What did I do wrong?
Hey, 348.
Please, I just didn't work.
Well, you're under arrest for obstruction, at least.
How? I literally just
You don't
got
want
that
to. You don't want to fucking listen. Put your hand planted back. That's simple. Then I told you you're going to end up on the ground. You still didn't do that. Then your ass ended up on the ground, didn't it?
I wasn't trying to.
Wasn't trying to.
I
How old are
wasn't trying
you?
to please.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're older than me. Act like a fucking man.
I'm just trying to get to work. I'm seriously not trying to do anything, please. It's just too big.
That's fine. I got to take out your pocket.
I'm just trying to get to work. Please.
Do me a favor. Just relax for a second. When the cops say put your hands behind your back, you do it. And then we explain.
I don't know what I did wrong.
I was trying to explain to you, but you wanted to keep pulling away. So now you're under arrest for obstruction.
I
Yeah.
good.
Nope, I told you multiple times. All you had to do was listen. But no, you wanted to be a child, try to pull away. That's your fault. Nope, you're under arrest.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Car parts.
I got my other headphone in my ear. Please come on. I'm just trying to get my life back together.
The first name is Chris. It's not Chris.
Please call my dad, please.
How old are you? 29? I'm not calling your dad.
What?
I'm not calling your dad. You're 29. You're older than me. I ain't
No,
calling.
come on, please. I'm just trying to get to work.
You go back to my car. You can check
I'm really
the
trying to get to work.
No, not yet. I'll call you.
I'm really trying to get to work. Please, I'm just trying to get to work.
I was just trying to confirm this first name is Chris and not Chris.
I don't think he ever made it into a car, did he? That we know of. Yeah, he was trying. So it is him. Yeah, it's him. That's like they said negative charge. Did you see him trying to get into a car? I was gonna address that later. All you do is take his backpack off, turn around, put his hand by the back. You wouldn't have played this game. P1 gets it off the scanner. P1. Oh, God. Right.
My wife likes to live in a car.
I don't think he actually got into a car. I dropped him on his head right there. I got boo-boos too, so I'm okay. But yeah, to the back of my car. Just make sure he's definitely at the points. Hey, come out real quick.
This physical evidence underscored the severity of the encounter and highlighted the tangible harm inflicted upon Canaris. The presence of blood not only raised concerns about the deputy's excessive use of force, but also indicated a failure in duty to ensure the well-being of the individual subjected to law enforcement actions. Deputy McMaster's actions towards Tyler Canaris extended beyond the initial confrontation, revealing further disregard for Canaris's constitutional rights. One significant violation occurred when Deputy McMaster searched Canaris's backpack and emptied its contents without obtaining consent. This intrusive act not only infringed upon Canaris's Fourth Amendment rights against unreasonable searches and seizures, but also exemplified an abuse of power. Despite discovering nothing incriminating during the search, Deputy McMaster and his colleague expressed unwarranted excitement about the hand gloves found in Canaris's backpack. These gloves, essential to Canaris's job as a landscaper, had no connection to any criminal activity. This episode raises concerns about the deputy's ability to distinguish between legitimate items related to a person's occupation and those that may indicate criminal intent. Deputy McMaster's police report contained several absurd statements that cast doubt on his credibility and professionalism. His claim that the violent treatment of Canaris was due to the lack of sunlight suggests a questionable rationale for the use of force. Furthermore, attributing Canaris's innocence to a lack of sunlight raises questions about the deputy's judgment and ability to make sound decisions based on evidence. The statement that people like Canaris usually have targeted items without any factual basis underscores the subjective and potentially biased nature of Deputy McMaster's assumptions. Law enforcement officers are expected to rely on concrete evidence rather than personal biases when assessing situations and making decisions. Deputy McMaster's attempt to justify his actions by falsely claiming sustained injuries during the incident further erodes the trust placed in law enforcement. Such fabrications not only misrepresent the events, but also contribute to a culture of mistrust and skepticism surrounding police accounts. The deputy's narrative, depicting Canaris as disobedient for an extended period, contradicts the established timeline of events. The discrepancy between Deputy McMaster's account and the actual duration of the encounter raises concerns about the accuracy of law enforcement reports and the potential manipulation of facts to justify excessive use of force. In response to the unjust treatment, Canaris's legal team announced their intent to file a civil rights lawsuit against Paulding County in February 2023. This legal action underscores the severity of the constitutional violations committed by Deputy McMaster and calls for accountability on behalf of law enforcement agencies. Attorney Sean Williams emphasized that Canaris retained their firm just 1 week after the incident, highlighting the urgency and gravity of the situation. The minimal progress in the case due to the sheriff's office obstructing requests for information raises questions about transparency and accountability within the department. Attorney Taurus Butterfield argued that under Georgia law, citizens have the right to resist an unlawful arrest. This assertion challenges the obstruction charge brought against Canaris, suggesting that his actions were within his legal rights. The pending civil rights lawsuit and legal arguments underscore the importance of upholding citizens' rights and holding law enforcement accountable for unconstitutional actions. Deputy McMaster's actions, from the initial confrontation to the subsequent violations of Canaris's constitutional rights, reveal systemic issues within law enforcement that demand attention and reform. The impending civil rights lawsuit and legal challenges underscore the necessity for accountability, transparency, and adherence to constitutional principles within the Paulding County Sheriff's Office. This case serves as a stark reminder of the importance of upholding citizens' rights and fostering a justice system that values integrity and fairness. In this case, the legal team expressed concern about the delay in the Paulding County Sheriff's Office filing the alleged obstruction charge, taking 8 months before making a decision. The attorneys were perplexed as to why charges were not brought against Deputy McMaster after the investigation. Attorney Williams pledged to send a letter to the U.S. Department of Justice to investigate whether the Paulding Sheriff's Office and Solicitor's Office were involved in covering up the deputy's misconduct. As a result of the incident, Canaris spent 9 days in the hospital and disclosed that he could no longer perform tasks as he did before, unable to pull or lift things. A concerned citizen uploaded the video of the incident on YouTube in February 2023, leading to widespread public outcry. In response, Sheriff Gary Gullidge released a statement seemingly in support of Deputy McMaster, stating that Canaris repeatedly refused to comply with the deputy's commands, justifying the use of force to bring him to the ground and make an arrest. Despite the sheriff's initial support, Deputy McMaster was taken off patrol and placed on desk duty following an internal investigation. However, by March 2023, it was reported that the sheriff's office had terminated Deputy McMaster's appointment for policy violations. The department did not specify the nature of the violations, but clarified that they were not directly related to the body slamming incident. The Georgia Bureau of Investigation continues to investigate the incident, and as of the video recording, there is no new information regarding the lawsuit and GBI investigation. The case of Deputy McMaster and Tyler Canaris sheds light on critical issues within law enforcement. The incident illustrates the potential misuse of power by those entrusted with upholding the law. Deputy McMaster's hasty judgment and excessive use of force emphasize the need for proper training to avoid constitutional violations. Furthermore, the subsequent investigation and the delay in filing charges against McMaster raise concerns about accountability and transparency within the Paulding County Sheriff's Office. Tyler Canaris' ordeal highlights the importance of protecting citizens' rights, even in the face of authority. His assertion of innocence and the subsequent unjust treatment he endured serve as a stark reminder that individuals should not face aggression merely for exercising their constitutional rights. In concluding this narrative, it is imperative to advocate for a thorough examination of law enforcement practices. The events surrounding Tyler Canaris expose vulnerabilities in the system that demand attention and reform. A commitment to upholding constitutional rights, fair investigations, and accountability for misconduct is crucial for fostering trust between law enforcement and the communities they serve. As we reflect on this case, we must strive for a justice system that values the principles it was designed to protect, ensuring that incidents like these are thoroughly addressed and prevented in the future.